Yes, we're back.
Hi.
You thought you could get rid of us. Well, too bad.
And you might have thought you did get rid of us because we're late.
We are
We
late.
encountered some technical issues starting up our first season because, of course, we would.
That's our brand.
Our brand is to be late to our own funerals.
Yes.
But here we are. We're back again for another season of On Location. We are about to sit down and talk to the people behind the upcoming Kamloops Krampus Parade, Juli, Harland, and Kristina Erickson. Come on in. You're the next contestant on Location with Todd and Kelsey.
Oh my gosh, you're so scary.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my. Look at these people.
Look at us.
Yeah, I mean, bask in this glory. It's pretty good. There you go.
Do you look like this every day, or is this special?
This is how I woke up this morning. Yeah, that's it's just how I spend my days these days. Pretty much. Yeah.
So this is like no product, no self-care.
I woke up like this.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? It's amazing
amazing
what happens when you really delve into what you're doing.
I guess, yeah.
Mine took work. Mine took work.
Absolutely, it took work. How many hours of work did it take for this look?
Months of work for this.
Months of work.
I'm going to take this off, though, because it's about 900 degrees under here.
I did suspect that
It
was
is
going to
warm.
happen, yeah.
And it's not the middle of December yet, so. Yeah.
Right, yeah, and we're also indoors
We're
with
indoors, and I'm dressed under here, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's actually a human being underneath there. It's not.
I know. And it's
Is
not
there?
just because Krampus ate babies and I've been in here. I just legitimately.
Whoa!
It's actually a very beautiful lady.
It's a
named
person.
Julie.
It's a sweaty person.
It's a sweaty person.
Here I am.
Sweaty, beautiful lady.
But we were about to
Um,
talk about how long it took that. There you go.
Yes.
A
How
couple
long did
of-
it
A
take?
couple of months it took.
Wow.
It reminds me of there was a character in Spawn comics named Angela who was an angel, and it reminds me a little bit about of the way she looked. Yeah,
Check that out.
yeah.
There you go.
Very cool.
So you guys have
Yeah.
clearly done a lot more work on Krampus related stuff since the last time we talked to you guys.
So much work.
There were like just like the horns carved out of things that you were showing us, but like this is far more put together.
We have been blessed. We have a dear friend of ours that 3D printed a design for us for masks.
Oh,
Yeah.
how many of these are 3D
That's
printed?
really- these are all the same base.
So they're all the
okay.
masks that we have are started from the same base.
Can I? May
Oh.
Yeah, bring him forward. He's great.
Okay.
But because of
'Cause
all the sort of
Woof woof.
all of the personalization that we've been doing with them, they all look different.
Yeah, I would not have guessed
Right?
until you mentioned it, and I sort of see the same nose.
Yeah.
Except on that guy. That guy's got a
Well, I
modified.
built his nose out more.
Yeah.
I actually melted a mask into a terrifying pile of goo, trying to make the nose. But I then painted it into an art piece, and it's now hanging over at Valhalla Smokehouse. So if you want to see my horrible mistake,
It's beautiful.
in all of its
A horrible, beautiful mistake.
my horrible, beautiful
The happy
mistake.
accident.
It is now living over there. But we tore apart old fur coats and leather jackets and scraps and wool and ridiculous amounts of hours of painting
This
and
isn't from-
priming and
Those are hair extensions.
hair extensions.
I thought that was
Hand
from a
laid
dog
hair.
brush.
No, that
No.
is hair extensions.
These are
Wow.
And hair extensions. They're all hand laid piece by ever loving piece, all over them, and same with like the outfits. So we have
And
spent
there's so much braiding everywhere too. Like
Were there any hot glue gun injuries? Because I know.
so many.
Oh,
Yeah, but we've done a lot of events. We were in the Pride Parade. We've done craft nights.
We did a Bigfoot tattoo.
We did a Bigfoot tattoo flash night
So,
where we
like,
both got tattoos.
why don't you just run through for us again what this is all about? This is about the Krampus Parade.
It's about the Krampus Parade. Well, so we are bringing Krampus to Kamloops. It'll be its first It's first Krampus
Ever.
run. Ever.
Ever.
Exactly.
Since time has started.
So we're actually starting our gathering point at the band shell at Riverside Park at about 4:00. And we're going to gather all of the people that are going to run with the Krampus then. And then we're going to meander our way through the park, sort of zigzag willy-nilly, until we get over to the arena. So there's been some major changes since the last time we talked. The market is now going to be indoors at the Sandman Arena.
So much better.
Oh,
Yep.
really? Now,
So
why did you decide to do that?
We had some vendors that had some like temperature sensitive things.
Yeah.
And we wanted people to be able to have a chance to spend a good amount of time there. And there's been buzz that this winter's going to be brutal. So
You can't
we
guarantee the weather.
yeah,
And now
true.
we have heat, we have lights, we have bathrooms, we have all
Yeah.
the comforts. People can take their time shopping.
And take photos and
And
like,
take
Oh,
photos.
yeah,
So many
everything.
photos.
So all of the daytime stuff is very family friendly. We've got the White Witches, we've got the Krampus coming through, we've got all kinds of little beasties and whatnot. They're going to do the Krampus run with us, and drums and some light spinning and all kinds of cool stuff. So come and see that. Come into the market, check out the local vendors. That's fantastic. And then when it's time to shut that all down, then the grown-ups can come out a little bit more. And we've got Gregorius, which is a metal band here in town. Roadkill Riley, who is a tattoo artist in town, heads up that band. So they'll be playing for us. And we've got a couple of the Kamloops Burlesque girls are going to come up and do some numbers as well.
very cool. You've got connections with them, don't
I
you?
do have.
love it.
I have been the MC for the Kamloops Burlesque troupe for about 8 years now.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a
I
minute.
didn't realize it was that long.
It is that long. It's crazy. So they're going to come up and do some stuff with us. We were talking with a couple of fire spinners to come up and do
All
some.
Krampus themed, do you think, for them too? They got to.
I mean, if I know the burlesque crew, it's going to be as
It'll be appropriate.
It'll be appropriate.
So where will the burlesque show be at?
In the restaurant itself,
Nice.
It's set up. There's a kind of a segregated area towards the end that we're going to set up like a stage. In there, where we'll have the band, we'll have the dancers. The dancers will come on. They're talking about doing a number together. I don't know. We haven't banged out all those details yet. Creative people, man, I won't know until it's the day of.
No, they don't either.
No, yeah, probably not. But Valhalla is doing a modified menu as well, and they're licensed. So come on out, get tickets on our Facebook page. Just shoot us a message, and we will make sure that happens. Yeah.
Bravo, nice.
It's so thought out.
That is
We're
the
planning.
yeah.
We're finally getting close. It's 4 weeks.
Not less, just under
Less.
4
Wow.
weeks. Just under 4 weeks.
And how do you guys feel about it? Do you feel pretty confident in it? Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
The response all year has been incredible.
Yeah.
There's so many supportive people.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hearing about us.
Yeah. We've got over 1,100 people on our event page already.
No way.
Yeah. And that's just kind of been the last couple of months that we've really been pushing it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And
been
making the appearances
amazing.
has happened.
Making the appearances, getting out and being everywhere we possibly can.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been wild. We've heard a friend was saying that they were up in Prince George at a tattoo convention, and they were talking about the Krampus event up there.
Oh,
Yep.
So
that's amazing how the word spreads.
it is pretty cool. My theory has always been, if you aim to do something huge, that even if you fall short of it, it's still really grand. If I know that there can be a tendency, like, you make your small goals and then you can hit them and feel good about it. I feel great about failing a little bit and having it being magnificent anyway. And that's kind of how we've been rolling with this project since the beginning. So, yeah.
So now that we've established what this is all about, now we can go back, and now we can talk about sort of the promotions that you guys have been doing so far,
Right.
like the tattoo
Bigfoot.
stuff. Tell us about all the ways that you've
parade.
been reaching out to the community and getting the community
Talk about the project.
aware and.
What was the first thing? Yeah,
I
was
think
the Pride Parade
the
the
first thing that we did was actually we put this and another Krampus costume that Juli built into the courthouse.
Oh, the art
Yes.
gallery.
Oh,
Art
yes.
gallery.
Yeah,
So
we were
had
part
the
of their
costumes
Pride.
displayed.
gallery display.
Oh, Pride.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
This is who I am. I think
This is-
that
yeah.
I'm like, this is who I am.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
And that kick-started a lot. And then we did in the Pride Parade, and that was wonderful. We
Yeah.
got so much exposure.
And what do you want to do for next year? For the Pride Parade?
A float?
Well, yes, but what needs to be on the float?
I don't
How
remember.
did we terrorize the child?
I don't
Big
know.
big gay Krampus.
Oh, big gay Krampus. We're gonna
Again.
do a big gay... Yeah. We're gonna do a really colorful one.
Rainbow hair.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
big gay Krampus.
Yeah.
That's the idea for next year. For
That
Pride.
does sound pretty cool.
I know,
It's
right?
gonna be awesome.
Glow in the dark horns.
Oh my god. Well, we'll have some time, and
like
maybe
that.
if you want to come out crafting.
Okay, yeah, I missed out on craft night. For
You
sure.
you did.
Sorry.
What else? We had our wonderful friends over at Bigfoot Tattoo did a flash night for us, which was fantastic. They did a bunch of Krampus themed tattoos. Actually, Christina and I both got
Real
one.
tattoos
Real
We
tattoos.
got real tattoos.
Yeah.
that don't wash off.
No, like
No.
tattoos.
It's still healing.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So she has the same one.
I have the same one
Same spot on your body.
on the other side. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, you guys are so cute.
So then when we walk together, like the little Krampuses can be like looking at each other. I know that's not why it happened that way. It's
Speaking
just
of cute,
just a fun thing.
It just
Did-
happened that way.
did Benji inspire your costume at all?
Yeah.
Well, it
Oh!
inspired mine. So much so that when she shaved him, I got all his hair. I have a bag of it at home because it's
He is your color
That's
palette.
amazing.
right.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna do something with it.
Benji.
Yeah.
Benji,
Yeah.
say hi.
There's literally a bag of Benji fur sitting over at Christina's house waiting to
Hi,
be turned
Benji.
into
Can I
something
pick you
Krampus.
up?
It's true.
It's
Can I
hilarious.
pick you up?
Oh, you absolutely can.
Oh, come here, Benji.
You know.
Come here, Benji.
I might just jump in your lap.
You can
Oh,
just
you're just a
scoop him.
little stinky.
We were really expecting when we started this that there was going to be a bunch of backlash or
Right,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
horrible or
And
how-
nothing but support.
Nothing. We've got nothing. We've had a couple of people ask us, "Is this is this a devil thing?" And you kind of nope, it's not. It's actually old pagan stuff. And they go, "Oh, okay." And life continues on like normal, and everything is fine.
And what's the role of the White Witch? Are you married to Krampus?
No, but it is a misconception.
Okay.
Going back into Yule, I represent the bringing of the light into the darkness because it's the darkest part of the season.
You're the yin to the yang.
Exactly.
And so does Krampus then represent the darkness, or okay?
Yeah.
And also justice and balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys have any idea what maybe like one of the earliest references to Krampus might be?
It was pagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, some say it goes back into, well, it's definitely like Austria, Europe, and all these places, but there's connections into Norse mythology. Some say that he is the grandson of Loki.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So Loki's daughter, Hel, who is the god of the underworld and death, their offspring with Balder, the bringer of light, produced Krampus.
Yeah. Which
Some-
brings
there's
which is
some
the
of that.
justice. Yeah.
But it all does tie back into pre-Christianity beliefs and pagan beliefs. And
How would you like to evolve to next year?
We want to take it to the street. So this year we're in the park, and that was absolutely 100% based on licensing and permits and stuff like that. It takes a lot less permits and licensing and insurances because these are the things that you don't think about when you go to start a thing. Is that
And when you're like, we're just going to take over the
we're
city.
just going to do a thing, and the city's like,
city would be great.
no, you're not. You
Okay.
need to have a new insurance, and you need to have a permit, and you need to have a license, and you need to
So you
have
need to prepare-
a sanitation plan, and you need to all of these different things.
You need to prepare more in advance this time around.
Well, yeah.
next time around.
And in order to do it on a street, it costs quite a bit more. So with this year, with the numbers that it's looking like is happening, if we get enough people out there, we can then go back and canvass tours in Kamloops and the city and be able to have some facts and figures to back up why we want to shut down one of the streets for a few hours in the middle of the afternoon.
It is really exciting to see like how far this has progressed because I was present when the idea were first being
Absolutely,
discussed.
you were, yeah.
and so it is incredibly cool to see like how it's gone from just this
Progressed.
like just this spark of an idea of what if we did this to this.
I would say Julie's big crazy thinking is really good.
We grow up like there's not enough focus on play, I think, when you become an adult. And I think that play is so important.
Yeah.
And no matter what that looks like for a person, but to do something simply for the joy of doing it.
Well, you know, I think what's important is to kind of remember what you used to just gravitate towards when you were little.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key of what is meant for you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
believe that. I do. I think that I know that my mental health is better when I am doing things creatively, or
Same.
we're working on something fun and ridiculous. And even though it could be 3 o'clock in the morning and I haven't slept properly for ages and I have this deadline that's looming and I need to finish a mask before and I'm also packing and everything else, I still feel great in what I'm doing in the midst of everything else, because it is something that is fun and enjoyable, and I get to do it with amazing human beings, and I am blessed with beautiful people around me to be able to do all of my freaking
Thanks.
ridiculous
Are you talking
stuff
about
with.
us?
Of course I am. Okay.
For all the what we've done so much.
But I mean, I've known this guy since longer than I care to admit,
or longer than you care to remember,
or
maybe.
longer than I care to remember. But I mean, you're one of the people I'm blessed to have within my life.
Yeah.
Like it's, keep the people around you who make your life better. And this is
Absolutely.
part of that. There you go.
Yeah. I think it's important to find the people that allow you to just be your weird self.
I think I've got 6 boxes that is just strictly Krampus stuff. And I know Kay has boxes and boxes of it at home as well.
Wow.
Because we are who we are. There are times where we think that we need to dress everybody.
Yeah.
We don't.
We don't.
But we can
could. But we could.
If you could dress up all of Kamloops.
We have been passionately working at this all year long, and like we are not making money from this. It's a passion
community,
project
and it's
for sure.
Kamloops and networking. And
Yeah, we wanna do something great for the city because I think it would be
we
fun to do.
live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live here, and there needs to be more cool things in the wintertime, and why not bring a little bit of history and culture in,
Totally.
and ridiculousness.
And I feel like there's maybe a message or a lesson to be learned here as well, as far as the, having an idea for something and not stopping there and going the step further of asking people, can we do this? What are the steps we need to do this? And how maybe taking that first step helps create kind of a cascading effect of creating a thing.
I believe that firmly. I have always been a person, just say yes, do something and figure out how to do it as you go. It has given me a wildly exciting and vivid history of whack stuff that I've done in my lifetime, which is fantastic. And a lot of those things are things that I would never have been able to do if I just didn't run with a thought or an idea. And I have found, and not just through this project, but through many, many things in life, that if you ask about doing a thing, 9 times out of 10, people are gonna back you up. Everybody that we've ever asked to be involved with this project, or to do a thing for this project, or to let us come here or go there, or please tattoo a bunch of people for a night for Krampus, go team, or whatever. Everybody has said yes. Everybody. And it's been wonderful. And I think that has been something that I have found in general in my lifetime for a lot of things.
Well, your lifetime resume has helped so much here. I am a hard introvert. I like to stay home in my craft room, and
You are not an introvert.
Oh, 100% she is.
You would be
Yeah.
surprised.
Wow.
But this is the kind of project that helps me get out and talk to people and meet people, because it's harder for me. So I don't know. I've learned so much. So much. It does happen fast, and when you have a good idea, it's very encouraging when you find out that it is, because people will offer things. Like, some people came to us and were like, how can we help? Like, hey, like, I want to work with you on this. Like, this is fabulous. Like, we wanted to do this. And
And that's the biggest
had
compliment
time.
you can get.
It's amazing. It is amazing.
It is definitely a confirmation that there's something to the idea that you found, that once it starts attracting other people, right?
You know, there's also a stigma, a little bit of a stigma, because a lot of people have come out at some of the events that we've been, and they celebrate Krampus Night as a family alone, kind of on the DL.
Oh, right.
A lot
Interesting.
of people don't understand it. They're like, yay, because finally I can come out and like, this means a lot to me, or it meant a lot to my family, or like, it's always been our tradition.
Yeah.
And now there's other people more out there that are super into it. So it's I think bringing some people together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's great. It's cool. You know, and we're both, we are learning, like, we're learning stuff as we go. Man, oh man, next year the paperwork's going to be so much easier.
Yeah, so, you know, in that regard,
One of us is
what
better at paperwork and emails than the other. I shine in different areas.
what are maybe some of the biggest or maybe most surprising lessons that you've learned from this first one?
The paperwork. So working with the city in order to get this done, I was expecting to buy the permit, get some insurance, call it a day. That is not the case, because I've thrown larger events like up in Williams Lake, where you kind of know the city council guys.
Stewfest or something, right?
Yeah, Stewfest. It was a time. Yeah, weird. That you would know that. The Festival of Awesome.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And you just kind of know the guys, and you go, I want to throw a thing, and they go, yeah, okay, cool. And there you go. That was the extent of the work that needed to get done there. So I knew there was going to be a little bit more here, but we started talking with the city, and then the city had this list of things that needed to happen. And we had to have a certain number of a certain letter of insurance. But not only that, the fire marshal needed to sign off on it. And Interior Health needed to sign off on it. And in order for Interior Health to sign off on it, we needed to do a sanitation plan. And we needed to list off all of our vendors that are going to be in there. We needed to make sure that there was nobody on the list that was selling anything that was like not kosher to be selling, or everybody was working under food safe laws, or
Right.
or blah 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 blah. We needed to have a verified route. We had to make sure that we weren't putting anything deeper in the ground than this, because then we would have had to have got a surveying of the park in order to like go for to look for like power lines or gas lines and stuff like that. The paperwork has been extensive and lengthy, and this is for a park and not even closing down a street, so that requires more. So yeah, it that part has been the probably the most shocking of it all. Although we have been signed off by the fire marshals, Interior Health gave us the okay. We've jumped through all of the hoops.
Are there any more approvals that are still pending that could get in the way?
No.
Okay.
Nope. At this point now, we are absolutely done.
Excellent.
With all of that. We actually this last week got the sign off about the Interior Health people, when they were like, yeah, there's none of our vendors are doing anything that goes against any of their stuff. So, and now that we've moved inside, it made it a little easier, because now our sanitation plan just means that we have bathrooms in the arena. So
Right.
that was a big deal. Although we still have to do things like have people at the tail end of the parade part that will pick up litter as we go along. So we need volunteers.
We need some trash Krampuses.
We need some trash crampi to like run around to the back and make sure
if
there's
they could just
Right? Yeah.
heat it up. Yeah.
to make sure that we
Oh, I think
leave
we got
it-
a volunteer.
Oh, he whoa.
Oh, geez.
Woo! He is definitely a trash compactor and will pick up anything, whether it's edible or not. He once ate a pair of scissors. Anyhow,
Tell us about that.
Safety scissors, I hope.
No, he
No.
ate the plastic end off of, like the handle off of a pair of scissors.
Oh, like when you say he had a pair of scissors, I'm picturing the whole scissors.
No, just the hand, just the
metal.
just
Okay.
the yummy plastic handle part.
Of course.
Oh.
That's the
yeah.
part I go for.
Yeah, exactly.
Good boy.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more involved than just getting out there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Juli
it's,
wasn't who she was. If that was me, it would have been too daunting. Without this amazing
Oh.
woman, it wouldn't happen.
I think, legitimately, I don't think, like, I wouldn't be able to do it with her. She wouldn't be able to do it without me, I say, with, all the confidence. But it is, like, this is the kind of, like, good projects need to be done in a team,
Yeah.
and having a good team is the best thing to do.
Aw, you guys are such a cute
I
little
know.
couple.
It's my heterosexual life partner. It's my,
Make our legs,
yeah, they're on the wrong sides, though. God.
I know. I'm supposed to be over there.
I think having an extrovert and an introvert together can
Magic.
create magic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It does. Our brainstorming sessions are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My
Super
superpower
fun.
is, like, I know a guy. That's always been
Legit.
my superpower.
Legit.
Yeah.
I remember the day she told me that. I'm like,
I know a guy.
I know a guy. That's my
and
superpower.
now I've watched
yeah.
it over and over and over.
It's like,
again.
you need like
She always knows somebody.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you need
amazing.
you need
It's
some pipe
amazing.
work done. I know a guy. You need.
I usually just know a guy that
I know a guy.
knows
You
a
need-
guy.
No, I know a guy.
All right, anyone you want to say goodbye to? Any final words?
Any final thoughts?
Merry Krampus.
Merry Krampus.
Merry Krampus, Grandma.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Merry Krampus.
Thank you.
And to all, a good night. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
No, you won't. Wait. Oh no, we're over time. Yep.